So we were talking about the one person that was having the poor childhood, and that person had the traumas or aggressive behavior according to that. So we
Yeah.
heard generally the stories that the people who have had abusive parents or having the rough childhood,
They grow up very poor.
they
grow
become
up,
bullies in school. They grow up very poor, and they have like trouble in their life.
hurt people, hurt other people.
So hurt, for example, in school, that can lead that the bullying the other students, that their life gets ruined too.
Yeah.
So even that people that students were really good kids in their families, they had no problems or no issues, but because they were bullied in the school, this extrapolated to the further problems in their life, and because that's the childhood, you hold this for these memories for long. So it's kind
Like
of
you
like
hold on to these bad memories for a long time.
Because that's when your psychology forms, when that's your brain forms,
Yeah,
and
when
you
you're
become a
young.
personality, right? And that if the your teenage period, when you form the personality about how you're gonna interact with society, how you're gonna talk to people around you, right? That's the school years where you learn this all from. If you get traumatized in your family, or you become bullied by someone else, that affects significantly has a significant effect on your later life. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So, and then further start talking about it, that here's a very crucial moment. If the kid, let's say, after all these bad things that happened to that person, let's say if the kid was in a family where he was bullied or she was bullied, by her 17 or 18, 19 years old, after the teenage years are done, she becomes adult, she can say goodbye to her past and move on. That person becomes extremely positive person in their life.
Positive person
Positive
in their,
person,
later
because
in their life.
because that takes a lot of mental power, growing with that sad childhood, traumatized childhood experiences, become suddenly a normal person, become a positive person. That means you have done a lot of contribution, a lot of mental work on yourself to
Wow.
become that person.
Yeah.
That's when they reach their wiseness at the age of 18, 19 or 20 years old, explaining, so they can live the rest of the life happy, right? If we will change this conversation to no other person, let's say we have a stereotypical normal person that grow up as a normal family, not being poor, that being happy and all this stuff. They grow up in a happy child environment when they're protected by their parents, but everyone. They grow up.
They're like sheltered.
They're
very
sheltered.
like in a bubble.
They grow up being and facing the real challenges of the life, like when they become adults, 19, 20 years. That's when they become a negative people. That's when they become traumatized. They don't get traumatized in school. They don't get anywhere, but when they start feeling the challenges in their like adulthood life, that's where they get traumatized and sad by the age of the 40 or 50.
Are you saying are they going through the same changes that?
Yes.
But they're just doing it later in life. But they're going through the same
changes. Yeah.
changes.
Again, I'm talking about very stereotypical, very like a generalized
model. Yeah.
I'm not trying to claim that everyone is the same and all this.
No,
It's just a model. It's just a case study.
It's a very interesting model to talk about as well.
So what I was saying that later, these people who face like the difficulties, like at the age of like 30s, 40s, the marriage problems, their own family problems, and all this stuff,
they become negative people.
They become kind of negative, not negative people. Negative is a really bad word. Pessimistic.
Okay.
Because they traumatize, right? They already seen everything. So by the age of 50 or 60, let's say when you go to retirement, on a retirement age, I think that they now have to make a peace. How they're going to die. Are they gonna be like a positive people? Are they gonna say goodbye to their past, or they're still gonna hold on to this all negativity of their life? That's when they become the wise. If they decide to accept the life the way it was for them given.
Like everyone's on a different path,
Yeah,
so everyone's
path.
on like a different schedule.
So what I'm saying, that for people who are early traumatized and were able to overcome these problems, they at the age of 18, 19 years old, they get to live really wise and happy life that normal people achieve at 50 or 60 years old.
Wow.
At their 20s.
That was a very good
I'm not psychologist or anything
explanation.
like that. It's just, I think, my extrapolation, my understanding of these things. If we were...
No, there's
if you were talking about
truth to that, for sure.
Yeah. If we talk about about the bullying and all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And it follows the model of like you like bullies have been bullied, or like hurt people hurt people.